them are more than pals.
Our show can be a little gay,
But if you're not,
that's okay.
you can listen and have fun either way. Xena, Star Wars, Doctor Who, guests and music and reviews. Game of Thrones, Winona too. We promise there's something for you. She nerds out. We're girls that like dirty things. Dirty things.
Hello and welcome to the She Nerds Out podcast. My name is Kat.
My name is Wendy.
I'm not going to tell you my name because you should know it already. And go Rams! This is Tara. Damn.
You said you caved so quick.
Because then I was like, well, maybe some people don't know. And anyway.
Well, listen, let me tell you, Tara. On today's episode, we're going to talk about some Bobby Fett, episode 7, season finale, I should say. We think. We don't know. Hopefully we get it in season 2. Guys, we're talking some sports. And we're going to jump into a very large mail sack. But first, the first thing we do is what we call the intro. And in that intro, we ask Wendy, what day is it?
Well, I know this is going to come out a couple days after recording this, but I have to make a statement about today because we have some very big things happening on the day of this recording of this podcast. Number one, well, Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's today. So as of this recording, we don't know who's going to win. We're obviously supporting the Rams because whose house? Rams house. And my guy Matthew Stafford from Dallas, who I've heard about since he was a high school quarterback, is playing. So I've got some vested interest in this game. So
got Dallas ref. Me too. I'm from Dallas.
That's right. I know. I remember that.
That was Tara.
Also, Von Miller went to A&M like I did. Going Von Miller. If they weren't playing the Rams, I'd be 100% probably for the Bengals, unless it was Cowboys they were playing. But I like the Bengals. No offense. I support you in the future, but today I hope the Rams pulled through. It's also, as on every Super Bowl tradition day, is the Puppy Bowl. The Puppy Bowl, the pregame. I've got the pregame on right now. The athletes are getting ready. Doing interviews and such. I believe our last cast, we referenced Kitten Bowl before finding out that it was canceled by Hallmark. What are you doing, Hallmark? You canceled the Kitten Bowl. So I don't have that, but hopefully the Kitten halftime show is still a thing at Poppy Bowl. And then it's Galentine's Day. Happy Galentine's Day to us all. That's all today. So
huge. As
of you're listening to this, all in the past, and we're gonna know who won the Rams and who was MVP, most valuable pup in the Puppy Bowl. But on February 15th, we have National Singles Awareness Day because Valentine's Day was the 14th. So now you got to be very aware of all the singles.
Now for all the people that are single and feel shitty enough on Valentine's Day, this is Sarah. Right. So it's people like me. Now you get a Singles Awareness Day, another day to just be pointed out as single.
Yes. As if you weren't.
These are for those poor people that weren't with anyone on Valentine's Day.
As if people weren't aware
be
of this
aware of them.
And like as someone who was not single, how do I celebrate that? How should I make people aware of you guys? What's appropriate?
I wouldn't know where to start.
I don't know. How about not rubbing it in our faces that you're not single? There's a start for you. Oh,
shit.
You're already on thin ice.
I'm so sorry.
Well, tomorrow, if you're feeling a bit grouchy from all the singles awareness, it's National Do a Grouch a Favor Day on the 16th. So maybe someone will do you a favor if you're extra grouchy.
That would be nice.
The 17th.
That would be a first.
Is Oscar the Grouch the mascot of that day?
I would think.
Yeah. Come on. He probably doesn't want to be, but he is.
Yeah.
A day that should be maybe more than one day. National Random Acts of Kindness Day. And I have to point out February 18th. Same thing. It should be almost every day. National Drink Wine Day. Alongside No One Eats Alone Day. So maybe, Oh, and by the way,
so weird.
Let me point out February 18th, and I say this, fingers crossed that we get there. It's my cat Webby's birthday. She will be 20. We're
Ooh.
5 days out.
Amazing.
She has had all sorts of health issues, but she's like one of those, like I can't tell you how many times I thought this is the end. I need to maybe think about saying goodbye. And she just perks back up and keeps going. So, prayers up. We make it till the 18th and she will be 20 years old.
Webby, happy birthday.
Happy early birthday, little Webby.
Put your paws up, Webby.
Put your paws
up.
Up. So I will be having a party. You're all invited.
Oh, good.
For my daughter.
Nice. Speaking of invited places, guess where I got to go this week?
Where?
Cat's house.
What?
Whose house? Cat's
house. Yeah.
Paws up.
This is Tara, so you can know that I'm the one that has not been invited. Nay, not just invited, but I've actually been uninvited
Today.
to Cat's new house.
Just at one time.
I was supposed to go there today. See, I thought I had a Superbowl plan, and I was going to go over to my friend Kat and Leah's house with my friend Wendy, and we are going to watch the game on our big TV. And then I learned that actually that had been canceled because they had other plans. And then
I'm so glad you're
Kat
bringing
specifically
this
said, "Don't come over that day." In fact. And now I was so excited. It was the first day I was going to go over there. I hadn't been to her new house. Wendy has been several times. But yeah, it didn't happen. So this week, she sent the address, and I've actually videoed the door opening because I thought maybe it was a horrible joke that she sent me to just some random person's house.
I was like swatting you.
They're like, no one named Kat lives here.
What are you talking about?
And so I finally got to go see the new house, and it was very exciting. It was very beautiful.
Out.
Yeah, we hung out. It's got a great backyard.
We ate together. We drank. We had a good time.
I sat in a massage chair.
Yeah,
that's right.
Also known as the sex chair.
It's not the sex chair.
It's this massage chair that's in the bedroom.
Wendy, and how would you describe your experience? Sexual or more of a massage?
Well, it was on the refresh setting, so I felt refreshed when I was done.
Okay,
it's very soothing. Very
There's
soothing.
no sex setting.
Not that I was made privy to. No.
Well, yeah, because when I walked in,
there's a lot of things moving around in that chair. I'm sure you just turn on the right switch, and there you go.
Yeah, I walked in, and they gave me a tour, and then I walked to a room, and there's Wendy in this chair, thoroughly enjoying herself. So
I thought for sure you had fallen asleep, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm surprised I didn't.
So thank you, Kat, for having me over. Finally,
Did
you see my note in your bathroom?
I did.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Did you see mine?
I did. We have a guest book in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And yeah, thank you both. You
can chronicle all your adventures in there. I like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
It gives us something to read.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think we had a great time.
We're going again.
We did. Are we invited again, or was that a one and done
Saturday
situation?
No, this coming weekend.
We are.
Have you forgotten?
Wait. Oh, Saturday. That's right. The day before I moved.
Saturday.
Okay. All right. That's true. Speaking of moving, this is Tara. I'm not moving today, but I am moving next weekend. And my roommate is moving today. So you'll see in the background, there's less stuff. You might see her going back and forth. You're going to hear some noise. That's just how it is. So
that's life.
Here now.
That is life. It's like you're here in the room.
I love that. It's realism.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we strive for here on the She Nerds Out podcast.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Realism.
It's important to us. You guys,
we did
a little polling this weekend.
Yeah, this was
scientific,
very scientifically thought out, planned, orchestrated poll. That I lie. We were drinking at a restaurant, and
what day was this? Thursday,
Friday.
Well, it was Friday night. Look at us.
I can't go out on a school night.
Yeah. Well, Wendy wrote while I was at work at the hospital that I work at, and said, "Hey, yeah, I don't talk about it much, but she said, oh, I'm going to be in that area picking up Webby's medicine. Webby, the 20-year-old cat, almost 20. And do you want to get lunch?" And I was like, I'm kind of busy today. So we decided we'll get like an early dinner. So went over there to a cool restaurant.
Public School 818.
It was fun.
Ooh, I haven't been
It was
there.
good. It was very
Sherman Oaks.
enjoyable.
Nice.
Yeah, and then after we had more drinks than we had planned, so we were like,
So we
all
went
right, well, we got to walk it
around.
around. Like, we're going to walk around for a
very good.
while, you know.
Nice.
So we went down to Ventura Boulevard and we went shopping at the Galleria there. And
I like the details
at the
she's putting into
Galleria,
the story.
I
my
do
goodness.
appreciate the details.
We went to DSW Shoes, and as we were crossing the street, now I don't remember how did it come up?
No.
No one had said one of these
no.
things to us that night. I mean, definitely.
Yeah, it was which is worse, smile more, hearing someone telling you smile more or calm down. And none one said anything to us, and I don't remember how. I think
probably made some joke, about like, oh, you know, you'd be so much prettier if you smiled more. Yeah,
I think there was a joke in there, and I said,
Yeah.
then I think I just thought, which one's worse, being told to calm down or smile more? And then we're like, oh my god, I don't know. And then I was like, I should put it on the Twitter. It's like, should I put it on SNOP or mine? You're like, oh, the SNOP. And then I thought, ooh, I'll make a poll, and we got a lot of response. I mean, people, it's a thing. Like I think
it triggered some people. It triggered.
Yeah,
I mean,
did
it's
it.
even with me. I'm like, oh god, that's just so offensive. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it is.
I think
They're both
I
pretty
voted
messed up.
smile more because I feel like I heard that a lot more often. Like,
Yeah.
like smile back there. It's not that bad.
And here's what I think. Yeah, I voted smile more as well. And what I think with smile more, it makes it extra annoying is that you're just minding your own damn business.
Right.
It's just your
That's fair.
freaking face. Like you're just there. And then someone that you don't know,
This is just my face.
the gall of which someone to come up to you and be like, you should really smile more or smile. What's not so bad or this or that.
Yeah.
It's like,
off.
fuck you. You don't know what I'm going through today. Something terrible could have just happened.
Right.
That is inappropriate in every space and time to ever say that to anyone.
But you're making other people uncomfortable. You're supposed to accommodate
Right.
other people.
Right.
As women, that's what we're supposed to
Are
do.
you okay? Because your face doesn't look I'm like, fuck off. Well, now I'm upset. I wasn't mad before, but now I am. So
All right, Tara.
It's like-
Tara, calm down. Okay.
it's like an
Calm
attack.
down.
It feels more like an attack, whereas calm down is more reactionary to it's equally offensive because you're clearly upset about something and
Right,
they're
you have
completely invalidating your
And
feelings.
you're probably
You
upset
haven't-
at the person who's telling you to calm down.
Right.
Or you might just
Exactly.
have an opinion about something.
Right. Or
Right.
yes, it doesn't even have to be a crazy thing. Just you're expressing your opinion. I like calm down. We get it. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, right.
Shut
Oh
up
God!
now.
See,
Your
I voted,
opinion is
even
even
for
worse.
calm down. I voted calm
They're
down.
both
That fucking
horrible.
pisses me off.
First of all, you need to calm down. Like I
Yeah.
can't even reason with you until you calm down.
Oh
You're like,
God!
Are you kidding me?
That pisses me
So,
off.
would you like to know where we are in the poll? There's still a day left, but as of right now, I mean, I
Yes.
think we'll probably won't get a ton more. We have 91 votes.
Oh my goodness!
Yep. And we got several comments on it too. Yeah. People telling their own, like how much they hate one or the other. The winner by barely anything was Smile More, but it's at least the winner at this point. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll update it if it, changes, but 50.5% to 49.5%.
So close.
Pretty darn close. And I get
Yeah.
it. I could almost go either way.
It's tough. It was a tough call for me too.
Yeah. So thank you for all those who voted or retweeted or commented because that's Tara and Kat told us we should drink and tweet more often. So we'll see if we come up with any more alcohol inspired tweets because that
encouraging
really
this
got us
behavior.
going. Like we were passionate about that one. So, next time we have some kind of weird discussion about something, we'll put it out there.
Please.
Yeah.
People,
And
it's-
even if the poll's closed and you still want to comment about your
Oh, please do.
horrible, tell us about your most annoying smile more or calm down story. They're fun to read. I mean, I know it's not fun in the moment, but
they're fun
Yeah.
and infuriating at
yeah,
the
and
same time.
infuriating. So
You know what I like? I liked when I got to the point to where, because when I was younger, people would say that. I was like, and then I got to the point where someone said that, especially a stranger. Like when it's a stranger, it's like,
Right,
oh,
a
it's
stranger.
not that bad. Smile. I just looked at him like,
Oh,
I
my
don't even
God.
respond. I either glare at them or tell them to shut up or whatever. Like I don't even deal with them anymore. And that's one of the things someone did point out, like over the last couple of years or so. I mean, there's been a lot of mask wearing, so maybe that's not happening as much and I honestly like that when I'm walking through a store. I'm like, I don't have to pretend to like put on a smile so I will look grumpy because my face naturally might not look like it might look grumpy, but now I don't have to worry about it.
It is a relief, isn't it?
It
Isn't
is
that
kind
weird?
of a relief. Yeah.
I feel that same way too.
I don't
It's
have
like,
to
good, I
force a
can put on my
smile
mask.
at someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
It's
almost
interesting.
completely forgot about my resting bitch face, which I totally bring up at the hospital that I work at when I teach classes and like communication styles and nonverbal communication. And as I tell them, I have an uncurable disease that someone had to point out the symptoms to before I realized them myself, and I thought they were crazy. And it's something I have to live with every day. There is no
That's
cure,
amazing.
but it's something I have to be aware of. And I'm like, okay, people, you don't need to tell me to smile more. I'm already working on it. Now you're just really picking at it.
I'm on medication. That's a great
I wish
gag,
there
though.
was one for that. That
That's
would
a
be
very
great.
good bit. That's really funny. I
Yeah.
bet that kills.
It kills. It gets
the
big
hospital.
laughs. Oh, yeah, because they really think I'm going somewhere dark with it. And then I just switch it around.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really good.
It kills. Yes.
comedy.
It kills at the hospital. That's where my main audience is. It's my
We
niche.
just got a laugh from our live studio audience.
audience.
Your roommate.
from the hospital workers that are held hostage at my class.
That's amazing.
Awesome. They love it.
They can't get enough. You should think about doing stand up, Tara. You really should.
Yeah. Found my audience.
Guys, guess what? Guess what the Snop loves to do? We gotta give
Mail?
we gotta give away.
Oh,
We're really good at it.
All right.
Listener and loyal snopper, snopling, snoptart, Jackie of Jackie and Buster. Jackie
Yes.
wants to give
Jackie
away
Buster.
a deputy marshal pass at Erpapalooza.
Wow.
Because she's-
Awesome.
She's an
Does it
awesome
come with a
Erper.
badge?
I think it
Can
does.
you wear a badge and say that you are one?
I think so. It's pretty.
Okay.
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I think you can. So we're going to give it away this week because we want people to have plenty of time to make arrangements. If they know they can go now, they can, so we're going to, in the next week, we're going to give it away. We're going to, at the end of this podcast, we're going to tell you how you can win this deputy marshal pass to Erpapalooza. It's the 3-day pass. You get a free photo op.
Ooh.
You get a autograph or a selfie with a guest. There's a bunch of stuff that comes with it. It's great. It's sold out, so you can't get these anymore.
That is
from the
awesome.
website. So
Thank you, Jackie
Jackie, you're awesome.
and Buster.
of course,
Yeah,
Buster, I'm
that's
sure
awesome.
was involved. So wait till the very end of this podcast. We'll give you
Sure,
we'll
Buster's
give,
involved.
we'll give you the deets because we haven't thought of them yet. But by the time we get to the end of the episode, we'll have this great plan in mind.
Right, like we always do.
Yeah, we're very well
Very
organized.
clear instructions.
Yes, very clear. But that's awesome. Thank you, Jackie. You and Buster are both top shelf Erpers.
Is one of the photo ops with Buster?
I don't know if Buster is going to be at the con.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jackie can let us know.
Mhm.
Maybe Jackie can maybe Buster can cosplay as like
Oh,
CJ, Calamity
oh
Jane.
my God. Oh, that would be adorable.
I mean, Buster's he's kind of a redhead, so maybe he could be Nicole. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jackie, let us know what you guys are cosplaying as. Okay, here we go. We're jumping in to our mail sack. Splash. We need an intro for that.
All right. Oh, yeah, we do. That'd be fun to have a
Yeah.
mail sack.
By the way, we
Intro.
have a theme for today's show.
Mm.
It's called the SNOPer Bowl.
Snopper
because
Bowl.
I
we
love
are
that.
in full Super Bowl gear.
Yeah, we are.
Today is the day. I'm very excited. I just want to say that before we jump into this mail sack.
I got my
Let's hope-
helmet.
We all have our helmets.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
I
Rams.
would grab mine's up here.
Yeah. There's
Go
yours.
Rams.
Wait, are we going to do a picture?
I mean,
No.
I feel like
No.
we need to oh, yeah, we can.
Well, we can get to,
Wait, who's
we can
pressing the
also talk
button?
about our
We're
stuff
both
like
holding
when we get to our Tara and I sports experience.
Sports.
Sports. All right. I just
I
have
can't
to.
do it and hold a helmet at the same time.
I know. We're all just holding up our things and no one can take the picture.
I'll get a screen grab.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
That
Okay,
dead air,
that works.
courtesy of getting.
so we're getting the picture. You'll see
Yeah.
it later.
It's good podcasting.
All right. Shall we dive
Let's dive.
into the mail on this Snopper Bowl Sunday? All
I'll
right.
give you 3 guesses to guess what's in my thermos, my Rams thermos.
Ooh.
Well, beer,
No.
coffee, or
I'm gonna say one of those refreshers, the hoppy refresher?
No, it's coffee. But you know,
Oh, I got that.
good guesses.
Like, why would you put any of the others in a?
Is it iced coffee though? It's iced.
Because it's Rams, and I would totally, if it was a little bit later,
that's true.
I'm bringing this to watch the Super Bowl, and I'm putting beer in it later.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's
it's going to
Point
keep things
taken.
cold.
Love that.
Anyway, I've
Point
derailed us now twice from the mail sack. Please continue.
You have. All right. So back to the mail sack. We have our first mail from Martina. Hey, Martina. Who says, "Hi guys, happy Love-uary. Sorry, I couldn't resist. To the three mighty snopsters." That would be us, I'm pretty sure. Thank you so much for bringing joy to our ears. You guys are the best, capital best. Take cover because I'm sending 1,000,000 virtual hearts in your direction.
Aw.
Oh, thank you. Also 1,000,000 hearts for AK for entertaining and confusing us with their email saga. Or maybe it's just me who's confused. I used to think I was smart, but AK clearly surpasses everyone. You're not wrong, Martina.
You're not alone.
I'm not talking about you. Like, you're probably very smart too, but I always feel very confused when I read AK's emails.
I think that's what they're trying
They're
to
very
do.
smart. Yeah. Well, good job. Okay. So Martina continues. So I tried to send you guys a parcel and was hoping it would arrive in time for Valentine's Day. I had it tracked and all that, but for some reason it ended up in Madison, Wisconsin. Dude, Tara, did they send it to you? Is that where you were living for a while?
A little bit.
What the F? That doesn't even rhyme with Burbank, California. Shaking my head. So much shaking my head that I'm at risk of getting whiplash injury. Maybe they'll send it on to the right address and you'll get it eventually. Who knows? Not me. Fingers crossed. I hope you weren't mailing us like a puppy or something.
Was
I hope
it
it's okay.
delivered to there, or is it like going through there? Is it still in transit?
Guys,
I would assume it's just got lost and ended up because if there's no address that fits anywhere in Madison, where would
Guys?
it go?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
it's arrived. I'm going to save it for our in person.
Oh,
We're gonna
did you
open
open it already?
No, I don't want to open it. I want to open it together.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Well, update. It's here.
Well, what if it's something that they wanted us to like? If it's
It's not.
well, then how the hell did you if you didn't open it? You big fat
I
liar.
I said, "Hey, Martina, it's landed. Do you mind if
okay.
we save it until we all get together?" She's like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Okay, that works.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you.
Why are you mad,
asked.
Tara? Tara's mad at me.
I'm just trying to look. I just want all the facts. I don't know how you would know that if you just literally told us that you didn't open it.
Hey, Tara?
I can show you the
Yes.
box. It is
If
sealed.
you'll let it go, I'll read a compliment given towards you.
Go on.
Martina says, by the way, I have no idea what you guys were talking about, but I would totally watch a show about Tara drilling pipes into the ground.
That's what she
Oh.
said.
She did say.
Martina just said it.
I'd like to drill your pipe into the ground.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Hello.
Had to be said.
All right, then. So, Tara, get on Oak
Wow.
Island so you can drill some pipes into the ground. Not sure if this is the right platform, but I was wondering if you could read the following Valentine's Day message to my wife.
Aw.
Oh,
So-
that's nice. We should
I'm
have
sweet.
more people. to
sorry,
do that.
Martina, that you
Yeah.
got the least romantic person of the podcast read this, but I'll try.
What?
Dear, I'm sorry if I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Dorada? Dear Dorada? That's how it's spelled. Do you, either of you have any?
Dorota?
suggestions? Dorota? I'll
That's
read
enough.
it twice and you can
Dear
edit it.
Dorada and or Dorota.
Dear Dorada and or Dorada, I am in awe of your courage and all the hard work that you've put into your counseling studies and personal growth. You have overcome so many challenges in the past few years and continue to jump over your own shadow. After over 10 years together, all I can say is that you are the most wonderful person in the universe, and I can't imagine a life without you. I love you so much, Martina. P.S. For you, I will always bathe them in unicorn tears. What are you gonna
Wow.
probably do?
We're gonna play some very nice, sweet romantic.
Yes.
music.
Wow.
And maybe Kat, why don't you should probably read that.
No, Wendy, you did
I
great.
know.
That was
I'm not
awesome.
qualified,
Stop.
but I did my best, Martina. for you.
Martina, that is
And
so
for
sweet.
Dorota.
Happy Valentine's Day
That is
to
very
Martina
nice.
and Dorada.
Nice. Happy Valentine's Day.
Very sweet.
That was very nice.
Okay. I really wish we would have brought that. I didn't even think about that. As you know, I'm single and have no one to read things like that to without it being creepy. But I'm glad they do. That's nice.
That's so nice.
Okay, I got one from Jess. Jess says, "Hey nerds, I've been listening to the Snop for a while now. Thought it was way past due for me to say how much I love your podcast. A friend recommended the Snop, and I'm also a fellow Z-Knight and lover of all things nerdy. I was instantly hooked and tune in every week. I thought the interview you did with Stephen L. Sears was awesome, and I was in stitches when you're talking about centaurs with Anne, as well as everything else. You guys are a joy to listen to and make working from home that much more bearable and fun. You rock, ladies. Looking forward to next week and your thoughts on the Bobby Fett finale. I like that Bobby Fett's his thing now.
Me too.
All the best, Jess. Thanks, Jess. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for reaching out.
Thank you to your friend for telling you about us.
Yes, a very smart friend.
Yeah, and we'll have more fun with Anne and her Xena first watches and all of that. And
for sure.
Yeah, very excited.
And we'll be talking Bobby Fett in a little bit.
That's true. Yeah, we gotta book Steven again. We gotta get him back. Hey, okay, this is a very important email I'm about to read.
Okay.
It's from Liz in LA. Liz in LA is very enthusiastic about something. She has a lot of passion and a lot of excitement. And she ended up writing a very long email. And we're not going to read the whole thing. Liz, don't be mad. But we're going to give you the gist. So this is just the subject of the email. It's all in caps. Urgent. Vote Winona now, now, now! Exclamation point. So as everyone should know by now, Winona Earp is in the running for the Canadian Screen Award for Audience Choice. Everyone voted, got it into the top 10, and by the time, I think, Wendy, you pointed out, by the time this comes out, we're hopefully already be in the top 5. Right? Is that what you said?
I think there's like one day, because this comes out on the 15th, and I think the
right.
original voting ends on the 16th. So there's not a whole lot of time for that round. But as you said, you're pretty sure they'll make it to the top 5.
I would be shocked. So let's, again, there's a lot of exclamation points. There's a lot of all caps in this email. Liz put a lot of work into this. There's lots of links. There's a lot of hyperlinks embedded into the email. So we're not going to read the whole thing. Liz, don't be mad, but trust me, I'm going to try to convey your enthusiasm through these parts of the email. Hope you're great. This is Liz. Hey ladies, hope you're great. First time I'm emailing. I usually go the beers with the message route, but this calls for a full on alert. Get your goddamn battle stations. Every year, the Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television holds the Canadian Screen Awards. Fine, she says. Fine. For the last 3 years, our Holy Trinity has won the Audience Choice Award. Dom won in 2019, Kat in 2020, Mel last year. It's all done via online voting. So, of course, Earpers have kicked ass and made it happen. 3 fucking years in a row. So then Liz gets into the history of how Kat won, how Dom, then Kat, then Mel. It's all very exciting. Here's the thing. So we've already passed the first couple rounds of voting. So get to it, Snoptards, Snoplings, however you identify, Earper or not. If you are hearing this, go vote, vote, vote. Also spread the word on all your channels and shit. Anyone in the world can vote, which is, she's right. So the website is audiencechoice.ca. You just have to register an email and then you can vote every day. You can vote 100 times. I've been doing it. Just click it, click, vote, 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 vote. Takes not even a minute. Just click your way through it. I think it's great that Earpers have essentially locked down this award. Like we've controlled it for the past 3 years, hopefully 4. And I'm not sure why Winona is eligible for this year. It doesn't matter. Why question? Why question?
There's always weird voting ranges.
Yeah, usually they're doing, previous for the previous year.
Right.
Sure. So again, very impassioned. There's lots of cussing. There's lots of exclamation points. A lot of call to action like, do it now. Don't think, do.
Earpers assemble.
That's right. I know, what did she say? But to do it, it takes less than 2 minutes. Just keep clicking Winona. You get it. I love this enthusiasm so much, Liz. We appreciate it. She says, take care, pals. Thanks and always for everything. So yes, please don't upset Liz. Please go and vote at audiencechoice.ca. It'll take a couple of minutes and you'll be happy you did. And then my question is, who accepts the award? When Winona Earp wins, is it Emily?
Probably.
Is it Mel again? Because she's the leader of the show. Who knows? It'll be exciting to find out. Will it be an in-person award show? Because last year and the year before, Mel and Kat both had to accept it in their living rooms.
Yeah.
And Mel had written an acceptance speech for Kat, which was really fun. And Kat said she would read it, and she did. So yeah, it's just a fun time of year. It's not hard to do. Just go and do it. Just go and do it. All right, Liz, I hope I did you justice. Ooh, I'm tired. Okay, who's next?
All right. Time to move on to my dreamland, Norway, with Hildy, who just loves to make me jealous with the pictures. Hildy says, oh my God, don't get me started on sports. I love it. The Winter Olympics are on 24/7 in this house, parentheses, with a Bobby, Mandy, and the Mary gang break, of course. And yes, Norway is the best. Sorry, when it comes to sport, I become a bonehead. By the way, to update that, as of this reading, Norway is in the lead in the Winter Olympics with 21 medals, 9 gold, 5 silver, 7 bronze. So you're right. When it comes to Winter Olympics, Norway's killing it.
They're the best.
We've moved up to third, though, with 6 golds and 12 total. So we're getting there. But
we above Canada? That's all I really care about.
Yeah, I don't even see Canada in the top 10. We're behind Germany.
Oh, they were in the top 10. Interesting. Okay.
After this, I don't see Canada in the top 10.
Oh, shit.
That seems weird. It seems like Canada should have won more. 10 is the 9. I guess, here's the thing. They're ranking them by a number of golds.
Oh,
so
okay.
Switzerland's number 9, but they only have 8 total. So they may have more, just not more golds. Because this list I'm seeing right now is ranked in terms of the number of gold medals is the order they're putting them in.
Okay.
But Norway still, I think, is winning, no matter how you look at it. So congrats, Hildy. On that note, I hope you have or had a good Super Bowl game. Well, see. We'll see later. I read that the first trailer for a series I'm really looking forward to this year, The Lord of the Ring, The Ring of Power, will be released on Super Bowl Sunday. Lucky you. I didn't know that was going to be released today.
Well, it's the trailer for it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. The trailer. Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Me too.
Hildy says, I'm a real big fan of the Tolkien universe and hope the series will become an epic story on the screen. Maybe a good series to nerd out about in the future. Yeah, we will be watching that. We will be watching that for sure. Yes, I'm hoping we get, and speaking of, what about that Bobby finale? It was a blast. Do we think this is the last time we're going to see Mr. Fett and Fennec? I hope not. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Agreed.
Speaking of that, I hope we get an Obi-Wan trailer.
They're probably. I mean, even if they don't have their own season again, like if Bobby Fett doesn't come back for season 2, they're still in the universe. It's clearly it's Star Wars is a multiverse, and they're all going to pop up in each other's shows.
Here's the thing: there's things I'm hearing that we'll talk about later in this cast because we're going to wrap up Bobby Fett, and that's right. I hear there's a plan at work, so we'll see. We'll get to that, but they're not done. Says, keep on nerding. I will be listening. Love, Hildy. A picture and send a picture from my last walk together with you in my ears. I'm glad someone will appreciate the snow. And it's a icy, snowy road. It's blue. It's like trees and snow, and it looks absolutely heavenly. Now, I love that. And I'm not saying I want to go sit out there in a bikini. Like, I want to be well wrapped up. I don't want to be cold, but I love the cold. I would love to go out there and enjoy that, then go sit by a fire.
Cocoa.
It looks amazing.
It looks
absolutely beautiful.
Stunning. I miss that so much.
It's My question for Hildy is, what kind of shoes are you wearing? Because I know whenever I get on icy road like this, I slip and fall. It's well documented on my other podcast.
In Norway,
I fall all the time.
I'm pretty sure they've got some pretty hardcore snowshoes going on.
I'd love to see your shoes, Hildy.
As part of their normal wear. Yeah.
All right. Beautiful though.
Like here, all the Californians probably have flip-flops in their closet. There, they all have sturdy snow boots. It's just a common thing, I'm sure.
I love it. I love the gear that comes with goes with going to the snow.
Yes. Me too.
Okay. Well, now that we've all established we'd rather be there than here. I've got one from Beck, and it's a good one. Beck says, strap in. It's dinosaur time. The Jurassic World trailer has finally dropped, and I'm so damn excited. There's so many dinosaurs in it. There's oh gosh, what dear. Pyroraptor. Where did that come from? And a baby blue and dinosaurs in the snow. Gah. Even the original cast returning for this movie was not kept a secret, even though seeing them in this trailer made me so giddy. Also, seeing Laura Dern in that outfit and taking off those damn sunglasses just like the original gave me chills. I'm so excited. Now that I've calmed down, we can move on. I love the chorus greeting I received from you guys last week. Kat, you should have seen the blush on Oscar's face when I played him the bit where you said my kids were cute and adorable. You loved it. They are cute and adorable, and they know it, unfortunately. They can sit there and be little monsters and make me so angry that when I turn around and they'll be all cutesy and say, I love you, mommy. So obviously I melt and forget that they're little monsters 2 seconds ago. Unfortunately, they are both too much like me. They're loud and annoying and do not stop talking ever. The main reason I want to run away in the woods to get away from them is because I can't go to the toilet without one of them following me. That's just like my cat. I seriously haven't... I seriously am not taking a shit in private in years. This is one of those things they can't tell you about parenthood.
Oh, no.
Your discussion on love scenes last week really triggered me. I find it so hard to watch scenes where there's just a strategically placed sheet and like one leg hanging out. Or when they get up the next morning in bra and undies. I always notice it way too much and get completely taken out of the scene because of it. And I can't help but comment on which annoys whoever else I'm watching with. I'm one of those people too that's like has running commentary, whether the person wants it or not. Look, Wendy is nodding.
I can attest to that.
Me annoying people while watching something isn't news though. I always have IMDb open and spend most of the time working out what I've seen people in or working out who the voice characters are. At this point, it's just part of my personality, I think. I've managed to palm the kids over for a sleepover this week. I think that means get him out of that. Yeah. She got rid of him. And just for
out the door.
So I'm hoping to catch up on Bobby Fett. Between work and being forced to watch annoying kids stuff, I've only managed 3 episodes so far. So I've been skipping the last part of your few episodes to dodge spoilers. Hope you're well. Love you guys back.
Well, you're going to want to do that.
I like her honest take on parenting.
I do. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Makes me feel good about not having kids.
Yeah.
We didn't do the callback though. Let's do the callback for Beck.
Okay.
You're supposed to read Hey Nerds.
Oh, hey nerds.
Hey, Beck. Hey, Beck.
Hey, back.
Yep.
Jurassic World.
Right.
Dominion.
The trailer. We watched the trailer together in
on
my
a giant
home,
TV.
On our big TV.
You call it
Very
giant.
big
It's
TV.
okay, Kat.
It's
It's
giant.
not bragging. It's
Okay.
giant.
It's a good place to watch things like a Jurassic Park trailer. And I'm so excited for this movie. I love the tone and the feel of the trailer, and I hope that continues in the film. It just feels really cool. I'm so excited to see the original 3 back.
Beck, you're so right.
mixing with
Seeing the dinosaurs in the snow
Yes.
was something special.
That's pretty cool. And also, there's a lot of shots of people just looking at dinosaurs in wonder, like, whoa, I love that. And yeah, they, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum are back. Sam Neill looks great.
Yeah. He does.
He's got, he's back, man. That character's back. Laura Dern looks amazing.
Yeah. Laura Dern's so cool.
She just
She's
keeps
so
getting
awesome.
cooler and cooler.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, when I found out that those 3 were coming back, it's like, oh, I'm in. Like Jurassic Park, the original, is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yep.
And I'm so excited to see all those characters come back and a bunch of dinosaurs running around. It's going to be
Just like in America now.
Yeah.
Where aren't they
Running-
they're just like in the city?
running loose. Well, and then there's some shots that looks like they're in Europe.
Oh,
like
okay.
when he's one of the Chris's, I don't remember, is it
Pratt.
Pratt? Which Chris he is. He's on his motorcycle cruising around. It looks like he's in Europe. It's like a European.
So they're just chilling in the city.
dinosaur
They're not
vacation.
even like in the remote.
But how did they get to Europe?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I didn't see the last one. So
I did. I liked it. I don't remember.
they
how
didn't go
it
to
is,
Europe
but I
though.
don't
The
think
dinosaurs
that-
they didn't put them on a
I
plane.
don't think so. I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I mean, may have had
Oh,
passports. I don't
and the
remember.
shot of that sea dinosaur. When he comes out of the water and they have like a crane with a big thing, and you think, oh, they're on a big boat with a big crane to feed him this like huge thing of thing, and he just takes out the whole crane and the whole boat. He's like,
Pulls the boat
that
over.
little thing you're trying to give me. Just chomps the whole crane. It's awesome.
It's really good. It's always
So
fun
excited.
to see dinosaurs meet humanity and the chaos that comes from it. It's so good.
I'll never forget in the original, just that first shot, the infamous where they first see the dinosaurs and Laura Dern's like standing up and taking out the glasses and turning his head. And I remember they showed that shot. And compared to now, there are just some dinosaurs walking around and there weren't a ton in the shot. But that was the first time we'd ever seen anything like that.
And it looked amazing.
that was their groundbreaking that kind of CG animation. And I remember being in awe, like, oh my God, there's dinosaurs walking around, much like the characters, because we hadn't seen anything. I remember that was the first time they did it. And it was so impressive. And
it looks good. That technology, that it still holds up. It still looks good. You know how sometimes you go back and watch an old movie, it's like, oh God, the effects are terrible.
They're so good.
Up, man.
Yeah.
They are so good. Groundbreaking.
Yeah. It's still such a great movie. I'm so glad. I can't wait to see all this. And I've seen some of the
movie.
I can't remember. I think Bryce may have been one. I can't remember who else, but like I feel like I've seen some of the stars saying, "We're so excited for you to see this because it's going to be really good." So I hope it is June 10th. It comes out in the U.S. So can't wait.
I'm
And I
excited.
feel like I've seen some commercials and previews for things, and they're making a big deal. Like DC just released like a overall like here's what's coming out, like Black Adam, Shazam, Aquaman, and the Flash thing. Promoting those, and this big thing is like only in theaters. Like they're kind of making a big deal to say, like, you're gonna have to go to the theater this year if you want to see these when they come out.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
Jurassic Park, I'm totally going to see.
Oh yeah.
For sure. You have to see that in the theater. Guys, I have an email from Alexandra. Hey all, it's Alexandra here again with your daily platonic friend story. Tara mentioned in the Book of Bobby Mando Skywalker Fett episode if we had any platonic friends rolling around in their bras and kissing stories when you all mentioned that Batwoman Wildmore scene. So here I go. My same friend that I mentioned before, whose face I grabbed to kiss so I could clear their head, coincidentally also wanted to roll around in our bras, but it was totally platonic and didn't lead to any lamps breaking or unbuckling belt issues. But a pack of wolves did interrupt us once again, and we could not continue our platonic bonding sesh. Just kidding. None of this happened, but I got so happy you laughed and enjoyed my last email that I decided on sending another to hopefully get you to laugh once more. Huzzah! Thanks again for the laughs. Can't wait to listen to the next episode and see what Snopnanigans get up to.
I really like all
next
this different synonyms we get every week too.
It's the best. It's the best.
We need to make a running list.
Yeah, we really do.
Now, Alex, if the wolves had not interrupted you, do you think it would have still remained platonic?
It's a good question. And listen, why can't you invite the wolves inside? Maybe everybody, has a little cuddle session.
Right. If it's just platonic, then the wolves, I'm sure they have a friend that they do that with as well.
Course. There's lots of licking. Like wolves like to lick each other.
That's getting weird now. Cat.
Yeah, what is happening?
Made it weird. Sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Alexandra, I made it weird.
Wow. Too far.
Listen, Alexandra asked what kind of snopnanigans we were getting up to, and that's what we just did.
Yeah, that was it.
I brought it.
All right. Are we ready for AK?
Hold on one second.
I think that there probably are a lot of platonic friends that walk around, straight friends that walk around in their bra and underwear. It's never been a thing I do.
You're right.
Really.
It actually probably does.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. It's like, we're getting ready or whatever.
More than the kissing.
Look, if you watched movies in the 80s, especially, I feel like all straight women do is hang out in their underwear and like hit each other with pillows or whatever they do. That's fine. Like they're just always hanging out in their bra and panties, like at sleepovers or in the locker room all the time. So back then, I guess it was pretty common.
Yeah, maybe it's a generation. Maybe it's a generational
I don't know about
thing.
Maybe.
I did not feel comfortable.
Next episode, bra and panties only.
In my
you always
backyard.
have, like, if you're in the gym, there's always
in your backyard.
Uh-oh. Well, there's always that one, like the person that like they're fine, just walk around totally naked, getting in and out of the shower, like in a gym in a locker room. I'm like,
I am not that person.
No,
me neither.
Yeah, I'm always like, put a towel on.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
I'm doing you a favor. I'm covering all this up. Even if it looked good, I still wouldn't know. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Okay. I got an email from AK. I feel like I should do some stretching.
Take a second.
Limber up. I'm out of water, so this is a risk going into this, but we'll see.
You got this.
All right. I'm warmed up. AK writes, oh, God, no. Tara or Wendy, don't fake us out over who's saying what, or we'll never have your voices straight.
First, we need to mention that AK, basically the name is Tara or Wendy, all one word.
Tara Wendy.
That's true.
It's the
Tara
same.
Wendy, TOW. So, my completely amazing friend Wanda, one of the gang I have been gradually introducing to the SNOP, and more recently Winona, now listens to the SNOP fairly
Wanda,
regularly.
what's up?
Hey, Wanda.
What's up,
Welcome, Wanda. And I asked her a fair wee while back if she could tell Wendy and Tara apart. And she said, yeah, she thought she could. Fair enough. I suppose it's not just the English thing. But then when I saw her the other day, she told me that whilst she thought she could tell them apart, once Tara started out doing This is Tara, she realized that nope, she can't really tell Wendy or Tara apart at all. I can neither confirm nor deny, choking on my Earl Grey tea with laughter when she announced that you'd have to ask her. Oh. It's smiley face.
Winky.
Oh. I can't tell you how relieved I am to hear that the tree was a willing sparring partner for Gabrielle. This not being the one episode of Xena that I have seen, I hadn't heard the tree's lines, only Anne's vivid description of the apparent attack. So thank you, person who was almost definitely Tara at that time, for the lines we hadn't heard. I love that the tree was such a dude. I was worried that I was going to have a beef with the bard, and that feels like some sort of an offense against the SNOP. That isn't the way.
That isn't the way.
All right, it's messenger board time.
Here we go.
So I'm just relaying some messages. Hi, Martina. Regarding the hayride, by my rough calculation, factoring in heavy horses rather than stagecoaching, moving along the back roads, traveling only by day, taking everything into account, I think probably that it would take about a month to Womble from Cornwall via the Cotswolds to West Yorkshire by dray. I don't know what I said. Sad to say.
Is that English?
Well, it's like old English.
Yeah. So is dray a thing or is that a typo?
It's probably a thing.
I feel like it's a thing.
AK doesn't make typos.
That's true. That's a good point. Sad to say, I don't know anyone who would loan us a dray.
Okay.
Oh, is that the carriage? A dray and horses for an adventure like
context
this.
Clues. Yes, that's got to be a carriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
As for going on to Hogwarts, that's such a great idea. Wait, did you mean Alnwick? That would only add about another 10 days or so, not being in Scotland and all. Ooh, Scotland.
Oh, I have news about that.
Say, well, let me finish. I have to say, if trying to cast Kat Burrell in the rom-com film of Anonymous's Sarah's life, aka almost the most lesbian story ever told, peak lesbian would require some cats, right? Is, quote, the dumbest idea I ever had, then I don't even know if I'm reading the same sentence anymore. Then parentheses, and I'm going to take a wild guess and say that was maybe possibly Tara talking. Tiger is winning at life.
I don't know what you
very
just
long
said.
Sentences, the parentheses and quotes. And let me skip the parentheses and quotes and see if I can read that again.
Okay.
I have to say, if trying to cast Kat Burrell in the rom-com film of anonymous person's life, the email we read last week, is the dumbest idea I ever had, then Tiger is winning at life. I have worse ideas than that every single day, generally more than once a day, actually.
I understand.
I think I do too.
So, because Tara, you said, oh yeah, we could cast Dom as Kat's
right.
love interest, but they don't end up together in this story that we read. And you're like, oh, that's the dumbest idea I ever had. And you're Tiger. So AK is saying, if that's a dumb idea, they are saying it's a good idea.
Thank you for explaining that.
Gotcha. Let me finish here. AK says, does it strike you as odd whenever you read out Beck's "Hey Nerds," I automatically say "Hey Beck" too?
Aww.
It's okay if it does. I can take it.
Awesome.
Well, so consider back when you heard us responding with "Hey Beck" earlier, know that AK was part of it.
Yes.
Toodles fairly sure the only English person I've ever heard say that was Dom.
Toodles.
So Tara, what's your Scotland news?
Well, as of this morning, it's still up in the air, but my good friend who's from Scotland, who currently lives in Australia with her girlfriend, is planning to visit Scotland. And before pre-pandemic, again, this is Tara talking, if anyone's confused out there. Pre-pandemic, I was supposed to go to Scotland September 2020, which, by March 2020, that wasn't going to happen because I was going to travel with my friend who lives there, who was visiting Scotland, visiting home from Australia. So granted, this whole time we have not obviously been able to go to Scotland. So she hasn't been back to see her family in quite some time. So she just shared with me today that she is planning to go at the end of April as soon as she gets her Australian passport cleared. And so she's going to be there for like a month because she says, I'm going 1 week for every year I haven't been able to go.
So that's so nice.
I told her, oh my God, well, I think by then, if you're going to be there a month, then by May, I'll have some time off saved up for my new job at the new hospital I transferred to. So I think, I'm planning on it. I'm like going to start a countdown, and I check flights today, and they're very reasonable. And
Nice.
so I'm just waiting for her to give me some more firm dates in the next month. But I think 1/3 of SNOP is going to go to the UK.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I'm not fucking around with this. If we're going to do SNOP, I'll be there, and we'll be going around. I mean, Scotland, but Scotland is attached to England last I checked.
It is.
So
it still is.
I definitely want to go and do all the visiting that I can do. So if we can make this happen, I mean, maybe we should wait for the stagecoach ride for when we can all go.
I think so.
But,
that'd be nice.
I mean, we can do some SNOP live from the UK.
That would be amazing. I'm
Snopping in the UK.
There's got to be some SNOP tarts in Scotland, right?
Yeah. So if you're in Scotland, UK, anywhere, give us a shout out. Send us an email. We can start planning the UK leg of the world tour for at least 1/3 of the SNOP.
What I want is a gang of SNOP tarts to meet up with Tara and get her
UK SNOP meet up
really drunk, and then you can record and you can be
oh my
drunk
God
in Scotland, and that would be amazing.
Yes, agree. At an adorable local pub. That's where it has to be.
It has to be.
I want only charming pubs or other charming things.
Totally.
No going to Chili's.
No
if they
Chili's.
have Chili's.
No, I'm even going to say no
Applebee's.
Chipotle unless there's like a quaint Scottish Chipotle. I did find some cute English, Chipotles while I was in London. So that was fun. I think I took a picture with the Chipotle staff and I told them
how
excited I was.
God.
Now this was like 8 years ago. So Chipotles weren't as like everywhere as they were now. But
that's really funny.
They were British Chipotle. Would you like salsa with that? It was very special for me. Now I get to hear it. And do they even have them in Scotland? Now I'm excited. Now we have to go to Chipotle in Scotland. Actually, I've convinced myself.
For fuck's sake.
I think you need to visit Chipotle's all over the world to compare.
It could be your thing.
That's the plan.
Amazing.
May.
I love it. It's a good plan.
We'll see. I'll give more updates as they come. But I'm determined. I've waited 2 years for this.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I'm excited for you.
And it's like, I want to go when my friend is going. She's the most Scottish person. She's great. We'll have her on the podcast.
Oh, for sure. That'd be great. I love a Scottish accent.
She likes, it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
I got some sirens going. Whoop, whoop. It's like a special announcement. Get the air horn.
Tara, you should read an email.
Oh, I should. I'm reading one from Jackie and Buster.
Yay!
Hey.
All right. Well, this is a special week from Jackie because not only do we have Buster, but we got some cats.
Yeah, we do.
Kittens. Right? Jackie
kittens.
says, howdy, y'all. Guys, a cliffhanger of will there or will there not be a super visit to Cat's house? Park tension. Well, there was, it just wasn't. on Superbowl
It
Sunday.
and it wasn't,
but it happened.
It was not an official podcast business. We were just hanging
No,
out, man.
we were just hanging.
having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that when we were outside eating, not Chipotle, but close, Sharky's. Remember we heard someone over at my next door neighbor's house outside?
Mhm.
That was Leah. 'Cause she thought she thought we were recording, and she's like, "Oh, they're recording a podcast." So apparently, us just hanging out also just sounds like another episode.
I even thought about that as we were just sitting around the table. I'm like, "Oh, this is fun. This is just this is just how we are when we're sitting around."
It was really fun. We had a good time
eating. Mm-hmm.
So it's okay, Jack. We worked through the tension.
We did. It was resolved. As long as I get invited back, at least. If it was,
the invitation is on the table.
We'll see if next week happens.
You had better show up next week. I will be upset.
Oh wow, wow! The way to, displace that.
Well,
deflect. That's the word I'm looking for.
Now it's your time to feel a little bit of the heat, Tara.
Okay. Well, I showed up on a work night to hang out.
You did.
So
you did.
That's right. Although I did get a very helpful cat loan me a dolly and some furniture blankets. I also did a little shopping from their garage, and I got a new hamper, and I got a new
drawer thing,
like a drawer thing for the bathroom. So it was a really productive trip. I made out like a bandit.
Made out pretty good.
Yeah. So all right. Anyway, Jackie says, thought y'all would want to meet my new fur nieces, brother and sister Zoe, the gray one, and Binks, black. Love the name Binks.
Binks.
Yep.
Oh, they're so cute. Right.
I'm assuming my sister was inspired by Good Witch and Hocus Pocus. Oh, see, very nice. Very nice. Buster had a knot removed, so it's currently trying to master that cone life. Oh no, it's not going well. Maybe this is why he pushed me into the bushes the other day. Buster. So there are some freaking adorable pictures of these two kittens,
Binks and
Zoe and Binks. Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, they love each other.
And then they're just like on each other, just asleep. Love it. And then poor Buster.
Oh, no, Buster.
Buster. Oh, he's got his cone.
He's in the Bustermobile.
Bustermobile. That's nice. And he's got his tongue out, and he's like, what the hell's going on with his cone?
Buddy.
And then he's laying like such a good boy with his paw crossed in the cone. And he's like, what is my life? What is going on?
Oh, poor boy.
But there he's sleeping in the cone. How sweet. Oh, no, Buster.
No, cones are tough.
Well, we wish that you heal quickly, Buster, so you can take that cone off. Yeah. The cone of shame. And has Buster met these kitten nieces? Because how do they get along? Is he just like a little too into them?
I bet he's very friendly.
I bet he is, but he has a cone on too, so maybe he's a little too much for them right now. He just looks like Godzilla walking around with a big ass cone on his head, knocking stuff over.
Yeah, they look like they're still kittens.
And look, Jackie, if Buster pushed you into the bushes, you probably deserved it because, Buster's a good boy and he would never do anything wrong. So
yeah, I'm sure Jackie can confirm he's never done anything wrong.
He's a good boy.
But thanks for continuing to send us those cat and dog tax photos, Jackie. We appreciate it. Keep them coming. All right, guys. The mystery continues. For the last couple of weeks, someone, quote unquote, mystery person has been sending us beers. The first time it was 10 beers. And no comment, no name, no comment, just 10 beers. The next week, when we talked about it, and the next week, 11 beers. No comment. Guess what, guys? We got another batch of beers from this mystery beer buyer. 12 beers.
Whoa.
But we have a comment. And it is simply this. Still can't tell Tara and Wendy apart.
Damn it.
They are trolling us, and I love it.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Well, that narrows it down to only 90% of our listeners. That can't tell us apart.
Oh, man. I'm so intrigued by this. And listen, we're not going to tell you to stop sending us beers, but you don't have to do this.
You don't have to do this.
You really don't.
Or
It's so nice and generous.
It's like a fun, like a treasure map for us now. Like I'm so glad they put it just a little nugget of information.
Like maybe give us.
Well, that was like a big, like that's a clue, but it's a very general.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely not giving much away there.
Interesting.
But
man,
still, does that mean they've told us this before?
Maybe.
Or maybe, they just still can't because they haven't before reached out to us, but they've been listening and they just still can't tell us apart. I mean, what else can you give us little clue?
I have a guess as to who it is, but I don't want to say it.
Okay.
Oh, I can edit it out.
Okay.
I think it's but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
What if we do like a 20 questions? Like, can we ask this person? And you don't have to send us a beer. I don't know.
You could just send an email.
Yeah, then that would have the thing on it. I don't know another anonymous way, but okay, not that. Maybe
they can make a Gmail account that says
anonymous
mystery
beer person at Gmail.
Mystery beer person at
there you
gmail.com.
go. So you don't have to send beer every time. We're very appreciative for the beers that we've gotten.
We're not
it's very nice.
You. I mean, they're funding our beer for next weekend's recording for sure.
For sure.
And if there's some kind of something like another little nugget. Now, what would your question to this person be? My question is,
who are you?
No, other than
Wendy. Oh, that's good.
To the point.
Have we met you in person?
Mm-hmm.
Has one of us met you in person? That's my question. What about you?
I would ask what their number one fandom is.
Ah, very good.
Good one.
Wendy?
I don't know. Those are two good ones. How about I don't know anymore. I think those are two good starts.
Well,
I can't think of another question that would illuminate.
Right.
Possibly.
What does your name rhyme with?
I feel like we're pushing it.
Okay.
Dolores.
Let's start with those two questions and see. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Is it Mobby Jet?
The Book of Bobby Jet. We should move on because we've only just gone through the mail sack and we've been recording for an hour.
We talk too much.
That's a lot of mail.
As my old boss at the other hospital once told me, you talk too much.
Did they also say you should smile more?
Pretty much. You know what I said? I'm going to a new hospital. F you.
There you go. Nice. And here you are. I think it's time to talk about some sports.
Sports. It's the SNOPer Bowl, everyone. Happy LA Rams Day.
Go
Friend's
Rams.
boyfriend calls them the goats, the Los Angeles goats.
The goats.
It does kind of look like a goat. I am all Ram geared up.
Goats. Yeah, you really are.
Oh,
when you popped into the Zoom recording, I think Wendy and I were both taken aback by how much Rams gear you have on your body and around you. You have props, you have wardrobe. It's a whole
There's
thing.
A flag. Wait, over
Wendy's
there.
Got some stuff too.
I've got a couple stickers right here.
got a hat.
Stafford shirt.
Can't wear it. I think so.
Let me just say, I'm still a Cowboys fan.
I had no idea you
but
guys
I'm
were such
supporting
big
the
Rams fans.
Kat, I am mainly on board. I mean, I'm not anti-Rams, but Stafford from Dallas, who I've followed through his career, I'm a Stafford fan and a Von Miller fan. And I'm here. I mean, I want the Rams to win. I'm here.
There's a whole show going on, Wendy.
I'm
I
here
see.
for it.
So there's
She's
the
halftime.
There's the Dallas connection, which is fun.
Right. And the
That's
A&M
good.
connection. So,
Yeah.
if any other team, if they were, assuming you won the Cowboys, I'd be for the Bengals and Burrow because I like them a lot. But I live and work here. I work at KMBC. They had Superbowl shows all week. Either one or all of our people were out there. Drove my life crazy because it was really busy, but it was fun. It was fun having them out there outside of SoFi Stadium. It's going to be a fun day of watching the Super Bowl and the commercials in the Super Bowl. And
Yep.
I feel like the temperament at work tomorrow will be affected, of course, by the outcome. But,
Oh, I see.
the mood.
And this is Tara. Wendy, tell them where we went last week.
The NFL experience.
Super Bowl experience.
All football all the time.
Convention for sports nerds.
So imagine
Awesome.
if you loved football, like you love Winona Earp or whatever fandom you love, or nerd cons in general, it's like that. It's a nerd con for football lovers. And they had all the teams represented. You could Tara and I did some games where we had to kick a field goal and throw a pass. And let me just tell you, we both missed the field goal. That ball is a lot heavier than you think.
Yeah.
And it hurt to
So
kick.
at this thing, it's at the LA Convention Center. So it's massive. And they have full regulation field goals up. And you get to kick with the regulation ball. So if you've ever been in your backyard and hey, I'm going to kick it through those two trees with my fun, not regulation ball. And you're like,
ball,
oh, I'm so awesome. I could totally be a kicker in the NFL. And then you go here and you're like, oh man, I suck.
Hey, let me tell you though, a lot of people get up there and the ball would roll on the ground. It would go into the net. Tara and I had two fine kicks. Yeah, we kicked it there. You could do 10-yard, 20-yard.
And you got one chance. You got one try. You didn't get to practice.
No practice.
If you wanted another one, you got to wait in the long ass line.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people in that line. Yeah.
So Tara went, or I went first, but here's the thing. Mine was, I just didn't want to roll it on the ground. It had the arc, and I never kick. I never played soccer, but it went up. It was just short.
Is someone holding the ball, or is it on the ground?
It's on a tee. Tara's had more distance, but it was flatter. So if we could have combined our kicks,
we
would have probably done well.
There were a lot of dudes, big dudes, kicking these balls. They were looking like shit. They couldn't.
We looked decent.
And the thing is, it was so rare to make one that people, when someone made one, which was very rare, people cheered because the whole line, because it's freaking hard. That ball is heavy. And if you don't really engage your core and kick totally through it, and even, I really underestimated how much I'd really have to put behind the kick, because I played soccer and you really got to get under it, and then you almost got to do the jump at the end. And I just didn't. Now, if I had one more kick after that practice, I would have adjusted.
I hurt my toe.
Yeah, I would have adjusted, but you didn't. And we were like, we're not waiting in that line again.
So then we moved over to the Hail Mary game, where they had 3 nets at different distances, and you had to throw a football. You could try for however distance you want. So let me just tell you, the ball, it was a regulation football, and I got little hands. I can't throw regular size footballs. Give me a smaller size football. I can throw fine. I can't kick, but I've always been able to throw. So I mean, it was more like there was no spiral. There was no technique. It was just let me just shove this ball as far as I can. We tried for the middle basket. We came close. We didn't get it. But then the funny part was later when Tara, her first ball kind of went in the net and just short of that net, the basket. And she's like, my first throw was actually aiming for the farthest.
Oh, no.
Now when I watch the video and see where it went, it's even more funny than if she was good for the other one.
Because we're good throwers. We
can throw. We throw all the time together.
We are not an embarrassment in that department.
No. The balls are too big. That's what she said.
Again, it was there's the air horn again. If it was, if we had more practice, definitely. But it was alarming.
Smaller balls would have helped, if you know what I mean.
That's right.
Alarming's good.
It was heavy in the hand, heavier than you think, and
a handful.
Yeah, you really gotta. Once again, even the big dudes were not making them. They were barely making them to that first basket. Yeah, but it was intense. And then,
so there's video of this.
There is.
Yeah, well, put it up.
And it was a lot of fun. And there was beer there and special cans.
LA Superbowl cans.
The NFL shop was Pepsi there. Cans. It was really awesome. They had a lot to do.
We bought helmets. Tara bought a personalized football.
God. Oh, I did. It's so cool. You want to see it?
Cool.
Please go on discussing. I'm going to grab it.
All right. So I'll continue. But yeah, it was fun. We were there about 3 hours. I think we went down early, got some breakfast, did the, got in. The crowd was, they had the Lombardi Trophy, long line to get your picture with
that's cool.
it. You know who I saw the most people taking pictures of? Like, you could pose with like a fake locker room of a certain team or whatever. Other than the Rams, I swear the Cowboys had the most people like taking pictures of the Cowboys things.
Because it's a storied
Cowboys town too.
Storied,
a lot of Cowboys fans here too.
Yeah.
When they didn't have football, I think a lot of people jumped on the Cowboys.
Totally.
All right, so here's what I got.
That makes sense.
Spent way too much money, but whatever.
Yeah, so did I.
Here's my ball.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
This
ball.
is my signature on the ball.
Oh.
Burned onto the ball.
We got
You
to
have
see.
watch it
I have a
happen.
video of them
Ooh.
burning it into the ball too.
That's cool.
Mhm.
That's cool.
What a great
It's not
idea.
a signature. It's in the ball.
That's incredible.
Then I got this bad boy. I can't put
Love
it on my
it.
head actually. Well, I could, but
Uh,
signed by Matt Stafford, which I got.
Good looking
Again, he's
helmet.
Dallas
It looks
boy,
good, huh?
and his number is 9. My number has always been 9. My soccer number, everything.
really?
So I know it's a good looking helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good looking helmet.
Right.
That's awesome.
So
well
I'm
done.
ready.
You got all the gear.
They better fucking win this game.
I was going to say, how sad are you going to be if they don't win?
Pretty sad. I mean, not like mad, but I think they should win. They should win.
Okay.
They're good enough to win.
Do people agree? Is that the
That's the consensus.
Is this supposed to be a good matchup?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
so.
I think
so.
I'll be nervous most of the game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout in either way. Like, I think,
It's going to be
No.
close.
yeah, that's, I don't know. They're just a good team, good dudes. And I love Joe Burrow too. I think, I feel like this is the Rams' year. Come on.
The thing that makes me nervous is I feel like the Rams have all the pressure. They built this team to win this year. They got
Right.
Stafford, they got Von Miller, they got Odell Beckham Jr. They brought in players like, this is our year. We want to win right now. And Stafford's been in the league like 13 years. He's never even won a playoff game till this year. So,
Wow.
and then Burrow, they're a team that no one even thought would be here. They thought maybe a year or two away. He's in his second year. He was hurt most of last year. And all of a sudden they're going through the Chiefs, they're going through the Bills. I mean, obviously not both, but they beat the teams they had to beat to get here. And now they're in the Super Bowl when nobody expected it. And they have nothing to lose. Like, just being here for them is a win. I mean, they're not happy with that, but no one's going to say, oh, they blew it this year if they don't win the Super Bowl. The Rams, they're going to be like, this was their year. And now,
What happened?
they were built to win now. So I hope they do. That's why I want them to win this year for sure. And Burrow, hopefully, they'll get it done and Burrow can come back next year or whatever. But
Well, now I'm excited. You guys got me all hyped
Yeah.
up.
exciting. And their Rams are here at their own home stadium, although technically they are the visiting team today because of the league rules. They alternate. So, yeah, but it was a fun, NFL experience is always so much fun. I'm glad it was here. Glad we went.
That's awesome.
Fun
Very
day.
cool. Sports part 2. What
Well-
else is going on in LA? Or at least at your station, Wendy.
Well, yeah, not in LA.
Like, wait, is it here?
2028.
But the Olympics are happening. Which I know, Kat, you and I are talking about. like,
Yes.
if the Olympics are on. I feel like I haven't seen as much this year. But I've lived more because of it's on our station, so I've seen it. But whenever I'm home, I'm pretty much putting on whatever the sport is, and
Same. The Olympics are on 24/7 in this house.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
like right now, if I go in the living room, Olympics are gonna be on.
they would be here, but I got the puppy bowl, so
Fair. Fair.
Yeah,
Priorities.
no, I love the Olympics. I love watching the Olympics. We've done, like I said earlier, we're climbing up with the medals. We're getting some more medals.
Yeah, we're doing fine.
But yeah, some of the big, what's her name? There's one, the speed skating deal last night. First, Black Olympian is what they've been saying to win in. I don't think it's Olympics total, but speed skating. Now I can't find any of the billion tweets I saw about it this morning on my phone. Aaron something.
Aaron Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah, she won the gold. She got the gold.
Huge.
She didn't even step on ice with skates till 2016.
It's
and they showed.
unbelievable.
I saw a thing with video of her earlier. She looked like any person who's never been on skates, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, we're at the wall," And now she's winning a gold in the Olympics.
It's unbelievable.
6 years later, it's crazy.
Some of my favorite events to watch are snowboarding.
Yeah,
And there's all kinds of different snowboarding events. Of course, the half pipe, Chloe Kim, hometown hero, Chloe Kim, representing the LA area. She 2 in a row, 2 consecutive gold medals for the half pipe. She's dope. And then there's this another story that it was on, I think it must have been on Friday night is when it actually happened. So there's this, do you know what snowboard cross is?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, where they race.
It's
Four
a
of them?
race. Yes.
Yeah.
There's 4 competitors. It's crazy jumps and bumps and these and that. It's crazy. There's the guy named Nick Baumgardner, American. He's 40 years old. And I know that because they don't shut up about it. Okay?
Yes, they don't. Anybody
this guy-
over 40, you're going to hear about.
By the way, 40-year-old Nick Baumgardner. So he competes. He's never won a medal. He didn't make it into the finals of the men's. They talked to him immediately afterward. This man is broken. His heart, you can see on his sleeve, is broken and bleeding and crying. This poor man. And they, you're 40 years old, Nick. How many more times do you think you can come out? It's like, I don't think I'm coming back, guys. I don't know. I work so hard. He's like, but I love you guys at home. Very upsetting. Luckily, the team chooses him in the mix, the what do they call that? Doubles? I don't know.
Mixed doubles, yeah. Yeah.
Mixed. So he gets paired up with Lindsay Jacob Ellis, who is 36, because I know that because they won't shut up about it.
I think what they're saying too is they've been to a lot of Olympics. They're seasoned veterans of
these
Olympics.
old people who I'm older than both of.
Get used to it. It doesn't get better.
How are they still
Lindsay
walking
wins.
upright?
I don't know.
Seriously.
So, and Lindsay won the gold the day before, and she had missed. I think she got last Olympics. She crashed and didn't make it to the medal stand. Anyways, great story. They're paired together. They win the gold. Nick Baumgardner is the happiest man in the world. He's so excited. What gets me, guys, and this is what I get very emotional during the Olympics. What gets me is when you see athletes from different countries rooting for each other.
Yeah.
Or holding each other up or celebrating each other. So they cut to a shot of Nick. The men have gone first, and so now it's the women. It's the final. Whoever wins is the winner. And so you see, I think it's 2 Italians, and I think probably a Norwegian, and Nick watching this last race, and they're all cheering each other on. They're all excited. As soon as Lindsay crosses the finish line and they win, they all go around Nick because they know he's so fucking excited.
Yeah.
I get chills thinking about it. I was tearing up watching it. I got really emotional. That's the part of the Olympics that I love, is seeing people who work their fucking asses off their whole lives, who are 40 years old, basically dead.
May as well be.
They have no business being alive.
Right. Paying, getting to celebrate with their fellow athletes. I just love it. It's the Olympics. It's my favorite sporting event, period. So it's another week to go. We're only 1 weekend. I'm so excited. It's the best. I love the Olympics.
And I
so
think
much.
during our non-podcasting hangout sesh last week, we talked about a sport that we could all possibly do together if they make another version of it. Because right now there's the luge doubles, where one person luges and then another person, for some unknown reason, just lays on top of him. So if they make a luge triple, we could just pack it on like a stack of pancakes. And we could just fly down that luge.
Who's on the bottom?
I don't know.
We really get some speed going.
Man, people are gonna have fun with this. Who's the bottom SNOPer?
Well, I don't know. We'd have to see what's the most effective pancaking of. What's going to get us there? What's going to win us gold? That's who's on the bottom.
I feel like if you're tallest, Cat, it should be height.
Well, I think it's probably height and girth. Frankly, I definitely I'm a very solid base.
We don't want. Oh, then we could put our logo on the side of the luge.
Yeah,
Maybe
we could wear
do the
those
bobsled.
very, very.
Yeah, let's do the bobsled. We could do they had the mono bob.
The mono bob.
I
What was that?
didn't know they'd never had a one. It's basically the bobsled, but one person. I
Oh,
guess normally they
solo.
have minimum 2 or something, or 3 or 4. I don't know how many times they do it, but the mono bob they were saying is new. So it's just people in their pod.
They're just
sailing down.
They're just coming up with shit now.
Pretty
Making
much.
stuff up.
Well,
Yeah, let's get a
fun, though.
bobsled. Let's get a bobsled.
All right.
Logo looks sweet on the side of that bobsled.
I guess as long as we
what's
wear
wrong
the
with that?
onesie tights, it's all fine.
Oh,
I mean, but I still think we should consider the triple luge if they make it.
I'll tell you what. When we're coming
Let me
over
see if
next
there's a
week, I'll get a sled and we'll try it out.
Oh
the
my
back.
god! Yes.
Let's stack it up.
Oh boy. I think we're all gonna come away injured.
Boy.
It's gonna be
Would be. Yeah, I see no more than two people.
Like,
two
here's the
very
thing.
athletically toned people.
That
flying
would
on
make
each other.
that would actually make it a lot harder. If there was a third person, you just try to make it down without the third person flying off.
Imagine just trying to stay on top of
Right.
a stack of three people. And also, by the way, you're on this little sled going 100 miles an
That's
hour.
hard. It's life or
What the
death.
fuck? It is. It's serious, man.
It takes some athleticism
And
to
I'm-
hang on.
And I'm sure the Norwegians won because that's how they roll.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't. No
Oh,
offense,
God.
guys, but I don't think our bodies are designed for the luge
What do you mean?
of any
Well,
kind.
bobsled though, because so I saw a thing about a woman who wanted to get into like bobsledding maybe, and they're like, "Well, you're going to have to gain 30 pounds," and she's like, "Well, I don't want to do that. I'll do the luge." So I'm like, "Hey, boom, bobsled, let's do it."
Okay.
Okay.
The bobsled, you can gain weight and do it because you got to be
Oh,
as long
you
as
gotta
you're
gain it.
fast. No,
Oh.
yeah, because she wanted to do the
Guys.
bobsled. She wanted to get into that and said, They told her she had to gain 30 pounds to do the bobsled. So she's like, no, I'll just do the luge.
We're good.
Well, that's what I've been
But
training
yeah.
for my whole life.
We're ready.
The whole pandemic.
Apparently.
We're there, ready.
All right. How do we find a bobsled in California?
Mm.
A lot of them are from California.
Yeah, you
Okay.
probably
Some
have a
are, so-
bobsledding course up the mountain somewhere.
Oh,
Probably.
there's mountains and snow
Mhm.
here.
Mammoth.
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay.
All
Let's
right.
look into it.
Let's do it.
Let's go take some bobsledding
Okay.
lessons.
Those sound cheap.
It's
And
very-
easy to
very
find.
Inexpensive.
All right.
Sure, let's do it.
Is that the end of our
I think
sports?
so. I think it should
so.
be.
That's a lot of sports. That's pretty good for
Yeah,
us.
that was.
Well, there's two big sporting events
That
going on:
was.
Super Bowl and Olympics. I love Olympics time of year, Kat. It's
It's the
just
best.
Celebrate!
It's my favorite
Yay,
time
Olympics.
of
Oh yeah, I love it.
whatever. It's not the year, right? Because it's every 4 years.
Every-
Although we had two.
Every 4 years they alternate, so it's like the next one will get. I guess will be because they had the 2020. What was last year? They had the 2020 Summer Olympics in 2021, so technically
Yeah.
we'll get another summer in 2024. So we'll get the next Olympics in 2024, and then in 2028, you know what we're going to get? Summer Olympics in LA.
In LA. Oh, it's going to be
If I'm still
insane.
working here, I'm going to lose my mind. It'll be fun, but oh my gosh,
It's going to be insane.
crazy.
It's good. They have a lot of work to do in LA before that
Yeah, they
happens.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
I'm really logistically
Goddamn.
wondering where a lot of this stuff is going to be. Where's the Olympic
Yeah.
Village going to be?
Who
a good
knows?
question.
You can already get merch for it.
What's
LA
the mascot?
2028.
Is there a
Oh,
mascot?
they
yet?
don't announce those till later. Right now,
Is
it's
it like
just
a shopping cart or something?
right.
Abandoned
Probably.
shopping cart.
Yeah, tent. Right now, it looks like there's a bunch of different like LA 28 with the ring, and the L 28 are normal fonts, but it looks like the A. I see a bunch of different A's. There's one like standard, like a colorful one. It's like a colorful kind of like Dodgers looking A.
Oh, that's fun. I
Yeah.
get that.
So
like
I don't.
that.
Yeah, they don't announce the mascots till like right up. at
Got it.
the thing.
And I'm sure opening ceremonies will be at SoFi.
Oh
Right?
yeah, the whole
It's made
that's going to
for
be
it.
the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, SoFi's the hub. I
So
think.
exciting. It's going to be great. It's Olympics. I love talking about Olympics. So we'll get into if we're still doing this podcast
Still
in
doing this.
2028, we'll definitely be talking about it.
Darn right. Keep it going. 2028.
Right.
All right.
You know what else was great this week? Bobby Fett.
Bobby
Fett finale.
Fett. My friend he's calling it the footnote of Boba Fett because it's not really the book of
Right.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It's kind of the footnote. It's funny.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got the finale, episode 7,
Uh-huh.
season 1 finale. A lot happened.
A lot going on. A lot of fighting. It comes down to they're going to have to fight with the Pikes to get the spice out, get them out of town.
It's
all
very much
the
like
pieces came together.
Like
Like
the Dirty Dozen, like it's the cowboy movie where they're all holed
Yeah.
up in the saloon and everyone's attacking them from the outside and they're trying to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
It's very much that.
Kind of like when they did that in The Mandalorian too.
Yeah, a little bit. A
Mhm.
little bit.
Interesting.
So FYI, if you're one of those who has not seen the finale, just now, just go away. We're going to talk spoilers.
Back, we're talking to you. Spoilers,
Bye back.
spoilers,
See you back.
spoilers.
Come back
Come
at
back
the
when
end,
you
Beck,
watched
if
it.
you're interested in the giveaway for the Winona Earp.
That's right.
So, I mean, it starts off in the aftermath of the bombing. They're in the bombed out. No Jennifer Beals walking around, so I'm guessing she didn't survive.
Rest in peace, Bet Porter.
Trying to figure out plans because it's a war against the Pikes, and he's like, Boba Fett says, "Hey, we got to go to our base. I don't know, it's a castle, whatever they call his home base.
Yeah, the palace.
Fortified the palace.
Jabba's palace.
And some young mod dude just says, He and the other girl's like, you can't do that. You got to fight for our people here.
Mm-hmm.
And Boba Fett's like, yeah, all right.
Whatever.
So,
I
okay,
guess.
let's not go to the fortified temple. Let's stay in this destroyed
Good
bar.
thing they didn't. Because those bastards were over there. They're in on it.
Not at his palace.
They were at the palace, weren't they?
Well, they came for a meeting. They didn't live there.
No, if they would have gone to
They
the
came for a
palace
meeting.
for refuge from the spice people,
Mm-hmm.
the spice dude was at the palace, and then the blue spice
mean he was
dude
at
walked
the
into the.
palace?
Isn't that where they went?
That was somewhere else. That was
They're just somewhere
town.
in another town.
That was like Mos Eisley or somewhere. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I really didn't follow this episode at all.
No, you did not. You did not. So
Don't listen. This is Tara. Don't listen.
At least you did watch it. So they, so they're like they're making their plan. They're gonna hold up here, and then you see, but Cad Bane, he goes and he meets with the Pike leader and the mayor, and then these other like all those people that said, oh, the alien tribe leaders who said, oh yeah, we'll just stay out of your way.
That's where I thought they were. That they went.
No, they were a whole nother place. They weren't at Boba Fett's
the
place.
Pikes headquarters.
Oh,
the
they
Pike
went
headquarters.
there. The Pikes. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, they're all in on it, and the mayor's all like, I don't know about this bombing. He's like, well, it's already been done. Deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, Cad Bane finds out that when the Tusken Raiders were slaughtered, it wasn't the speeder bike gang; it was the Pikes trying to make it look like
fucking
Pikes. The other ones did it. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, so they. But he's like, oh, now I know how to kind of got a thing up on Boba Fett now that he knows the truth. Get his goat. So he goes over to anyway. Their plan is they've got Black Chewbacca, which I'm going to call Chrysanthemum. His name is Kristen or something, but I like just call him Chrysanthemum.
That works.
The big Wookiee. So he's going to guard one place. The little speeder bike Vespa riders are going to go guard another place.
They're looking out for where's the attack coming from?
Gamorrean guards. Who knows where? So they're all over the city.
They're spread out.
They're looking for Pikes. That's the thing. So they're like, hey, nobody can sneak up on us. And then right then someone basically sneaks up on them.
That was really annoying because they went on and on.
Walks in the door.
Right. I know. Once again, it was kind of like,
I think
was
it was
that supposed to be a
funny,
joke?
though. I think it was. supposed to be a joke.
It was
okay. I guess it just went on.
Yeah. And I think it was it Cad Bane that had just walked up at that time?
Mm-mm.
No, the robot guy. The robot comes and says the little guy with the tails who has no name. The negotiator for the mayor
with the skinny face.
Yes.
Yeah, the skinny. He's funny. Skinny
Very
dude.
funny.
He comes in and so he's now there with them holding up. But Cad Bane shows up. Cad Bane comes a calling and he's like, hey, just let us do the spice. And he's like, no, I'm not doing the spice. And then he brings up the whole fact that the Pikes killed his Tusken Raider friends. And Bobo is like, he's got his hand on the trigger. He's about ready to take him out. And then Fennec Shan, the voice of reason, is like, don't do it. We fight on our terms. Don't let him goad you into a fight. And then, so he's got Mando. Mando is there. And he's also assured him that Cobb Vanth and his Freetown people will be coming.
For sure. He has complete confidence.
Yeah. So we'll
They're
have the
showing up.
numbers then. It's like 10 people from this
After
hillbilly
you've
town,
just-
but whatever.
In the
That
previous
should save the
episode,
day.
realized that what they don't know yet is that he's been shot. And
Yes.
Right. So they don't know he's not coming yet. But so Mando's there, Fennec, and then Cad Bane's got his snipers in the back. So she talks him down. It's like, there's going to be no surrender. And Cad Bane's like, all right, dude, it's on you. Out of here, So war is going to be on. And then we go to, what is her name? Amy Sedaris.
Oh, it's like Pelly?
Pelly's doing her thing over in her little garage. And here comes an X-Wing.
Yes.
Oh, boy, are they bringing Luke in this again? No. It was R2 flying the X-Wing with a little package known as Grogu. And Grogu she's like, oh, look, you've got a little cute shirt on. It's the armor. He also finds out his name is Grogu. Grogu's like, oh, that's horrible. I'm not calling you that.
That's a terrible name.
So R2 has brought him back. She's like, well, Mando's not here, but you got to eat first. Go get him some worms. So she feeds little Grogu. I guess R2 goes back to Luke. And so there you go. Grogu's back on the planet looking for Mando.
He made his choice.
Clearly. Yeah. He's like, give me that t-shirt.
So anyway, also around this time, they trying to think what happens next. I think it's basically they're hanging out at the compound. They hear from some of the little mod people, that things are just weird. Something's not right. I don't know what it is. Something's not right. And then all the members of the groups whose leaders said, no, we'll just lay back. We'll let you fight this war. I guess that was a lie. They're all just trying to take out Mando or Boba and his people for trying to stop.
So they're just being all like shady, like walking around like, I'm just going to get this. So then they pull out guns
out of buckets and things and attacking the pods, attacking Chrysanthemum. Ambush. It's an ambush. They pushed the poor Gamorreans, their two little pig friends who were the guards.
That was
bullshit. Until they just fall over a cliff.
Total bullshit.
Things are not going well.
Those are the only two that didn't survive.
Even their strong,
pretty much
sexy legs couldn't help them.
No.
Those quads could not
protect them. They were such nice legs.
Hey, listen, I'd kill for those fucking legs, okay?
Yeah.
Those would help with the bobsled.
No, would. Maybe ours will look like that once we get training.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a shootout going on. Things aren't going too good.
It's bad. Things are bad.
They send Fennec off to kind of cut the snake off at its head over to find the Pike leader. So she runs off, but not without a stop to save the mods who are getting attacked. And she's like, keep your head down. And she takes out all the Pikes. And then when she's done, the little pod girl, Drash or Vlad or whatever her name is, she walks out and says very earnestly, thank you. To which, oddly, Phoenix was like, lowers her mask. Manners. I like it. You're welcome. Bah, she takes off. So that was real weird. Yeah, it's kind of cute. Kind of cute. So then she takes off and goes to find the others. And I think in probably the coolest scene of the thing. Well, first Mando and Boba have this discussion, and Boba's like, "You should just get out of here." And he's like, "No, I'm not leaving. It's the whole Mandalorian creed and blah blah blah." Yeah, and he's like, "You really believe that, Bantha Fada?" It's like, "I do." It's like, good. So then they're just gonna fight it out, even if they might die here. But so the Pikes come out. Oh, and then he's like, "You should surrender. We're gonna fight you." And so the little smarmy tailhead guy, the guy with the tails. I say that because he doesn't have a name yet. I've seen on Twitter. He doesn't.
We'll
have a name.
call him the Major Domo because that's his job.
The major
domo.
The Major Domo. Okay, Major Domo. He's like, well, I've got an idea. If you let me continue, maybe you offer. I negotiate, and for maybe it's just some groveling and some money, they'll let you go. So he's like, here, all right, let me take this tablet and write down what I want. So he writes for about 10 seconds. He writes like 3 pages of a novel in about 10 seconds and hands it to him. He did not write that long. So it's this huge thing about Boba Fett, Diomo of this town, and for our surrender, I will give you. And then the guy's like, oh shoot, he realizes it's all a
because they send him out there basically.
Right.
And he hasn't read it, so he doesn't know until he's reading it to these Pike people how he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. So he's like thinking he's about to kill. He's like, I'm just the messenger.
That's pretty funny.
So, but yeah, so he's realizing, oh, he's screwed because they set him up and they're not negotiating. But out from nowhere are Boba and Mando and their jetpacks, and they're flying up there, and they're starting to take out the Pikes. And so the Major Domo, whatever his name is, he hides.
I keep thinking you're going to say Major Dumbass. Like,
I would, but I like him. So then, this is probably one of my favorite parts for sure. Mando and Boba having a shootout with the Pikes. They're using knee guns and the little bullets that go everywhere from Mando's arm. They're getting hit, but they get their armor. That was really cool. I did like that. I did like the shootout. It was a shootout. They start getting a little overwhelmed, and they're going down.
Why do they keep getting overwhelmed?
Yes.
No, they weren't overwhelmed before they went down. They decided to land and do a cool landing. And then they got overwhelmed by the bullets. And it's like, why didn't you just keep fucking flying? You were kicking their asses while you're flying around.
Maybe they're running out of fuel? I don't know.
No, because then they flew off later.
You're right.
So they could have, or even just escaped and flown out of there, but they just stayed and kept getting hit.
That's good. That's right.
Why didn't they just freaking fly away?
Yeah, they could have taken the fight on the run.
Yeah, into a better place for them, or just keep the high ground and shoot from above, and they were kicking their asses.
Interesting.
Or fly to the top of a building and then be shooting downwards at them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm no soldier or anything or a Mandalorian, but
no, because you work in a hospital, right?
I work in that's my job. But so I'm no expert. But if I had a jetpack and it had enough fuel in it, and that was working for me, I wouldn't just be like, I'm going to land now. Let them shoot at me.
However, if they hadn't been overwhelmed, we wouldn't have had the life-saving villagers of Freetown able to come in their military vehicle all crammed in to the back of the station wagon. They roll on up, start, basically block them and start shooting. So then it's all on and they're fighting. And then all of a sudden, the Pikes are leaving. Woo, yay. And then, nope. Here come a giant updated version of the droidecas, sort of from the prequels. They had those robots with like guns, and they had the
droids,
force fields. Yeah. So then they start walking out, and they cannot pierce the force field. They're trying, God bless them, but nothing's getting through that. They are screwed. So
then they just say,
I mean, he even tries this rocket launcher.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they tell everyone to run. And then so they're running in a very, very straight line down the middle of the street with no cover whatsoever. All running. None of them branch off. They're just running in a huge group straight down the street. However, this big ass cannon thing droid can't hit a one of them. Shooting.
Well, it's like a big stormtrooper.
It's like none of them get hit. They're just running away with their backs toward them.
Are you saying this isn't realistic, Sarah? Is
that what they can't see? I'm like, look, he can't hit anything. I don't think you guys even need to run anymore.
You're probably fine where you are.
So,
mate, that was suspect.
Red flag.
They can't. They're even trying the dark saber, Mando and Boba. They're trying the dark saber on this thing. Nothing is working on these robots. So Boba's like, "Hey, distract them from the people. I got, I have reinforcements." He's like, "No, what? You don't have any more friends." But he's like, "No, I got something." So he flies off, and Mando's trying to distract them. The people are running. They're hiding behind a wall, of course. And the Darksaber is not even working. So then Boba comes back on the giant Rancor that he got as a Rancor puppy or whatever, a baby or a younger Rancor. And I guess over the time since we left him for 2 episodes, he's been learning, it's grown, and he's learned to ride it.
He's grown a lot in 2 episodes.
A lot. He's giant now, and he rides back. And then we have a pretty much knockdown drag out between the robots and the Rancor, and I could just feel Robert Rodriguez singing, "This is the coolest thing ever." It's like a monster movie with droids and Star Wars, and it's epic.
Did you ever play that arcade game called Rampage, where you get to be Godzilla or King Kong or some other thing, and you just run around the city? Just you have to try to destroy the city. That's what this reminded me of.
That's
very King Kong-esque.
It was unnecessary destroying going on. Meanwhile,
but yeah, that's the thing. Their big thing was they want to save the city, but now all of a sudden there's a Rancor and these robots. The city's going down. The city's just getting. It's just.
yeah. I want your thoughts though. This is Tara.
Oh.
Your thoughts on a little bit of a gay vibe I got between what's that girl, the mod bike girl,
Drash,
and then she had a little flirtation I think going on, and then with the free city people that came in. And the girl that had the cap on, and she's like, "Give me the long rifle," and they had a little back and forth going. And I was
it was fun.
I hope they don't die. That's cute,
Yeah,
you know.
And she's giving her a hard time about being a city person,
and then they run off to go to the roof and end up being helpful at the end. But
so Joe was the free person, the free town lady. I don't know, Joe, and then Drash. So what would their ship name be? Joe and Drash.
Jash, Bro, yeah, Joe. I don't know what to think about. I'd have to spell that one out and look at it on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard.
Jash is good, but okay.
But I mean, I hope you see them. They're cool.
It was a fun vibe. You're right. It was.
Yeah, it was a fun vibe.
Yeah,
they did a good job together. So the Rancor takes out one, and all is well, and then. Oh, no, he doesn't take him out yet because he's about to get Mando. Mando's on the ground. Is this the first one? Yeah, Mando's on the ground.
Right.
And the things about, and why Mando can't roll out of the way or
move
anymore,
or shoot one of his things at it.
He's about to, right. But and because I think the force field is gone at this point. So the thing's about to stab him, but little baby Grogu waddles over and he's all forcing it everything, and he just pulls like a pin out of the droid's leg, and it knocks him down, which was adorable.
So Grogu and Pelly.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we didn't even do the Mando Grogu reunion.
She rolls up. She has all her little droid minions who she doesn't talk very nicely to, and
she hits them with wrenches.
She shows up like, "Hey, surprise! Look who's here!" And it's in the middle of this really bad fight, and it's a very cute little hug reunion.
That's
and it's
true.
like, okay, get the fuck out of here.
You got the shirt. You have the shirt.
Like, oh, you're wearing the shirt I gave you.
Wearing that shirt I gave you.
That was really cute. Yeah, so but he's like, hey, take care of this little baby.
Little Grogu.
I got to go fight. Take care of little Grogu. And so Grogu pulls the pin, and then the thing falls down, and so that's all good. But then we get then at some point though, Boba gets. Oh yeah, Cad Bane. No wait, then I think they take out the other one too.
There's a lot happening.
Of droid robot fighting.
Now, when is
the droid and the other robot fight? The Rancor basically beats the two droids, and then Cad Bane shows up, who launches his little fire gun at Rancor.
Rude.
He's like, "Screw this!" And Boba falls off, and Rancor runs away. So then you got a face off between Boba and Cad Bane. Now apparently it's either Clone Wars or Rebels. They've got a history. So this is not their first meetup. They're kind of rivals. And he brings up some interesting things about, you're still a killer, like your father. Like, what's your angle on this? Why are you even trying to run this town? What's up with this?
That's a good question.
It is a good question. One I honestly wish they'd explored throughout the show.
Seems like something that you talk about in Book of Boba Fett. Why?
Right. Not just leave it till this last minute. So maybe they'll visit it later. I don't know. But so then they're about to like draw down, and Cad's like, I'm faster than you, but whatever. He was faster, and he shoots Boba. And so then Boba shoots him again, and then he's kind of about to like really just take him out. And Boba, when he went to get the Rancor, picked up his Tusken gaffy stick, and he spins around and knocks him down and on the ground, and then basically stabs him. He pulls out some of that cool Mari looking kind of face and the stick and the whole thing like you saw on Mando when we first saw Boba Fett. That was really cool, and we haven't seen since. And boom, it's back, and it was cool. And he, in theory, kills Cad Bane, although some people were like, look, his old thing was still beeping.
Yeah, I think,
so maybe he's not dead. But no, nobody's dead. In the meantime, the Rancor decided to go off and destroy buildings and climb up buildings. And the stupid villagers who were just rescued by the Rancor,
so stupid.
Start shooting at them.
It was so fucking dumb.
Too stupid. And Mando's like, don't shoot at him. Like, stop shooting. You're scaring him.
He just saved your asses, like, you big dummies.
Idiots. Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Right.
Did you not see the whole thing that he just saved your ass? Stupid villagers.
And so he shoots himself up there with his rocket pack, grabs the reins, tries to
The
control
rocket
him,
pack
but
that
he's not
still
Daddy.
has fuel.
Noted.
Mind you.
Very
He's
good.
not Boba, so he gets knocked down, and then Rancor is coming at him. But the funny part too, Rancor's trying to eat him,
That's right.
and
Oh
he
my
keeps like
God.
biting on his
That was
helmet,
hilarious.
That was
and it's like that ain't
really
working,
funny.
and so he blows his fire, his little
yeah.
fire gun in his
no.
mouth.
Yeah, but then the what Amy Sedaris has is like holding Grogu, and they're watching him fight. Kind of, he's like, "Don't worry, your dad. He's a real special guy. He's going to be able to take that Rancor." And then when the Rancor bites his helmet, he like puts his head in there, and he's like, "I spoke too soon. He's in real trouble there."
This is not going to end well.
Yeah, and I love the Rancor's like yelling at them, and she and the a major guy are like,
Oh, that was really funny.
Really
They're-
cute.
Yeah.
I
They
think
were
they're gonna
funny.
be a couple.
I hope so. I think they're hysterical. So Grogu has wandered. I was like, "Where's the kid?" And of course, Grogu's waddled out, and he starts putting his little force sleep on the Rancor, and just making him, lulling him down.
Three
to
little
sleep.
fingers
and then
that are so
this-
cute. But
And then he walks over and starts to pet his little face, and it was very sweet. And then, one of the most adorable things I think I've ever seen. He then is so tired, he just goes and falls down and takes a nap and sleeps.
Snuggles.
Up next to him.
he snuggles
That was
with him.
so
Very cute.
so precious.
Oh, who thought of that? So cute.
I don't
It's
know.
like when a Rottweiler cuddles with a kitten.
Like,
It
exactly.
was so cute.
Mm.
Seriously. So in the end, but here we get to see this cool scene where Fennec has gone over and found the headquarters, and before you even see her, she's taken out everybody, including the mayor, who's like one of those hammerhead aliens, strung him up, choked him, hung him, and his feet are just dangling. And then she stabs the Pike leader, takes him out. And I'm like, I would have loved to see more of that Fennec Shand, where she's a badass assassin who can do things, and that makes her even cooler. And we haven't seen that.
Well, and here's what sucks is that takes her out of the big fight. So we don't see her for most of the episode.
Right.
And we don't even see her do most of this damage when she goes in there and assassinates all these jokers.
No.
Yeah.
We'll get to all this with the Fennec, because that I was disappointed in that for sure. But as it is, they so then in a weird kind of thing, then she comes back. She and Boba are just strolling down the city, and people are bowing to him, and he's like, I can't get used to this. And why are they bowing? He's like, better than shooting when you're in charge. It's one or the other. And he gets a piece of fruit that is apparently a big thing in Star Wars. It's in a lot of things, this particular giant fruit. And he's got his fruit, and then he's read that. So then he gives it to Chrysanthemum Chewie, and then the mod guy makes a joke like, he gets a melon. Why don't I get a melon? And they're like, ha ha ha. They're just standing in the city.
Away from him?
Oh, good times. Yeah. And then we go up and see adorable Mando and his starfighter with, as everybody predicted, baby Grogu in the little ball, little dome in the back.
God, so cute.
With his little ball that Mando's giving him back, his little ball, and he's banging on the ding, ding, ding. It's like, no, not again. No. And he's like, fine, one more time. And he hits the I don't know if it's hyperspace, the little turbo that gets the Starship fighter going. And a little Grogu just, and it's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And then one more scene. We're at the back to tank, and the guy that makes the mods is there. And who's in the tank but Cobb Vanth? So they're bringing him
Sheriff's back.
Nobody's ever really dead. Sheriff's coming back.
Maybe he won't.
There's a lot. It was the longest one. It was
maybe he won't need his armor anymore if he's all modded up, and then he can give it.
Might not.
Yeah. Oh no, that's right. Mando already took it back. He won't. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
A lot happened.
It was a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, as a whole, Wendy, what did you think of the episode as a finale for a season?
Okay. I know a lot of people. The first time I watched it, I was expecting something to happen. There was rumors of a Han Solo CG. I just thought there was some, like I got spoiled by Mando. I thought some external person was going to come in. There were rumors that there was going to be a big bad controlling the Pikes, that the surprise character.
like
so I kept
Thrawn
thinking,
or
what's going
something?
to happen? Who's going to come in? No, Thrawn's coming
Okay.
later, apparently. So I just, so I was watching with that expectation, and I was like, okay, it was cool. There was a lot of cool stuff. I feel like it was like the series. It was overall, it was fine. I feel like it was one of those, and I was watching it at the time thinking of certain scenes. I thought it could have just been done better. After you saw like Bryce's really well directed, cool episode, and then I thought this last one was really good. And again, I couldn't do it. I'm not Robert Rodriguez. I'm not that level director, but and a lot of the Twitter reaction was, don't let Robert Rodriguez do any more Star Wars.
That was a recurring
like
theme.
The ones he directed the ones he directed were just lackluster compared to other episodes we've seen. So I just, and then you had the mod guy who's throws Chrysanthemum's arm off him and then unnecessarily spins, and people were just like, what is this? Like that's something like in a stylized Desperado kind of movie. Okay, I could see that, but this is like, what is this? So overall, I'm like, all right, it was fine. I feel like the series as a whole was sort of there were things that you could have done better. You abandoned your main character for 2 episodes, which was fine because the show got better. But I don't know that the direction they went with it, I feel like that could have been better. His story, like you said, this fighting between, I'm going to do this, but am I still a killer? Whatever. There's ways you could have made it more interesting for him,
that
for
part of his
Fennec
character at all.
No. And that's why when they brought that up at the end, I thought, okay, that's kind of cool. That would have been cool. Something to explore, or Fennec, her assassin style, instead of just them kind of wandering around the city, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities with this episode as well as the whole series. But I think they're going to be sticking around. I think, I feel like even the mod kids may have, just if they had been handled better, maybe people would have liked them better. Like they look like they could have come out of like a Canto Bright circumstance, the big gambling city thing that they go to in Last Jedi. Like even then she's like, you city kids. I'm like, this does not look like a city that those kind of city kids would be living in. Like I could see another Star Wars city, but they just didn't fit the Tatooine thing.
Grungy.
No, it just didn't. You're right. I don't mind them being in Star Wars, but they just didn't feel right for this. Or maybe they weren't set up good enough of like, why are these kind of people here when we've never seen this kind of thing before? I don't know. I mean, it was fine. It was good. There were a lot of cool things. I love the Boba Mando when they were fighting the others, even though they didn't use the rocket packs enough. People are surprised that Mando and Grogu got back together as soon as they did, but it sets it up for season 3 Mando. So all good. You got to have those two together.
That's the show. That's Mandalorian. It's Grogu and Mando.
Exactly.
There's no way they were going to send Grogu off and we never see him again. That's just not going to happen. I mean, I will say that I guess this episode is a really good example of the show as a whole, which is a lot of good setup. There was some good stuff, but there were some misses, some like that's a little weird. And yeah, the whole story of him coming to town and he's like, "This is our people." Why are they your people, man? They're
right. All of a sudden now they're your people.
Why are you choosing this shithole in Tatooine to be your, this is where you're planting your flag? They need to explain that. They could have explored. Maybe this is like the 3rd or 4th season of Boba when he settles down. I want to know what happened between him and Fennec hooking up and then catching up to Mando and Grogu. They must have had some really cool shit they were doing, jumping around, trying to chase down Mando, looking for his armor. And Fennec is so underused, man. I wanted to see her be a badass. It's sort of implied that she's a badass. They need to use her a lot more if she's coming back for a full season. If they're doing Boba Fett again, they're camping in this town again, man. That shit's going to be so old, right? So what are they going to do now? He's going to take off. He's going to go and leave his people and go and do some other shit. I don't know. I feel like they painted themselves in a corner a bit with Boba.
Yeah, I did like that they brought up at the end, like, I don't know if we're made for this. I'm like, okay, that may have been something that you could have explored instead of just at the very end when the whole show's been about you setting up your empire. I don't know. I feel like maybe we'll see them more. Maybe they'll explore more. I do feel like I've heard rumors that they're planning for an Avengers type of thing, that the end game is going to be fighting Thrawn, who I think is going to show up in Ahsoka Tano. Her series is going to bring in Thrawn, and then that's going to be like the big bad that they all join together for.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so I don't think they're gone. I just wish, I felt like they they didn't deliver on the promise of Boba that we got in the episode of The Mandalorian. He just all of a sudden became this hesitant businessman or, kind of low key. So I thought it was kind of a miss. And I think just a different direction or different. And I feel like even then, like the Tuskens, maybe they were the reason he kind of transformed into a different type of person. But yet I don't know that I got that from the scenes with the Tuskens.
We could have had more of that.
So I don't know.
Spent more time with the Tuskens.
So, and who knows how long he was there? I mean, or just...
That's true. It's really cloudy. The timeline is a little cloudy.
Because you saw him having all these flashbacks, but you weren't sure how long he was actually spending time with them.
But at the end of the day, and I think we can probably all agree, I'm never not going to watch Star Wars. As long as there's Star Wars, I'm going to watch it. I love watching any story that takes place in this world. So even though there's like some shit that I wish they'd done differently, I'm still going to watch it. I still love it. It's so much fun to be in this world that I don't know what it would take for me to be like, yeah, I'm not going to watch this show anymore.
Oh, I don't think I'd get to that point at any point in this. I don't think I'd ever get there. You just want it to be, now people are already complaining about, oh, now look, Obi-Wan, as excited as they are, which who knows, maybe we'll get a trailer today. We're back to Tatooine. But then I've read someone like a press release thing that came out and said, oh, it starts there, but don't worry, we go different places. It's not just another Tatooine show.
Well, I can't wait to see this Tatooine show. Of course, people are going to complain about it because they always do. I feel like, if it doesn't, I mean, this is Obi-Wan. If it doesn't fit what they're expecting, they will. But whatever. I love it. I mean,
I'll still watch it.
Oh,
like everybody else.
I can't wait. Cassie and the Andor series has already gotten a season 2. It's not even come on yet.
Wow.
I don't know what that says about that show, but they've already ordered season 2, which there's so many different timelines with all these Star Wars shows. Like, I don't see how you cross over Obi-Wan or Andor with what they're doing with Mando and all that. But hey, it's a golden age of Star Wars television right now, and I am fine with it.
I'm here for it as well.
Hey, let's give something away or talk about the thing we're going to give away.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm just taking us right
Tara's
to it.
Done.
We feel like we have made people wait long enough.
That's fair. Okay, we're giving it away.
Are we giving it away now? No, we're telling people how to get. No,
we gotta talk about
that's
it.
right. We don't have anyone to give it away to right now.
As a reminder, Palooza takes place April 1st through the 3rd, 2022 in Columbus, Ohio. We're giving away a deputy marshal pass. It's a 3-day pass. A bunch of great stuff comes with it. Go to the website. You'll see exactly what you're in for. It's sold out at the website. So this is a way to get it. Donated by Jackie and Buster, two very loyal, good, fine Erpers.
Mm-hmm.
So now, and Jackie and Buster have reached out. They want us to give it away to an Erper who can't maybe afford to go on their own. So this week, let's figure it out. But I think we'll give away next week because then it gives people a chance to make arrangements and find the airfare and the hotel. So let's not draw this out. Let's get people what they want. So Tara, how will we give this?
No pressure.
We could do, we put out a post on the Twitter and the Insta, and you got to reply or respond. Or do people give us reviews, or how should we do this? It's going to be random. We'll have like a random kind of a thing.
Let's just put up a post, have people reply if you want to be entered. You get an extra entry if you go on and you leave us a review. How about that? Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you get one entry if you reply. And when are we going to pick before next week, right? The winners? I
think next week on the show, I think we should do it.
Okay.
So then the winner would be announced on... Who has a calendar?
Well, we'll post it on Twitter and Instagram. And then you just reply and you're entered to win.
So do that. Look for the post. And I like the idea, Tara. You get an extra bonus. Get your name in twice. If you leave us a review, just take a snapshot of the review so we know it's you, because sometimes the names that show up are a little different than your actual username. So show us proof that you left a review. You get 2 entries. And then, that's a good idea. And you guys are the social media matrons. So you'll come up with a cool post, make it somehow relevant to Erper and to Snoppers. And this is really exciting. Jackie, thank you again for doing this. It's such a generous thing to do, such an Erper thing to do. And we're happy to be part of making an Erper very happy and going to Herpapalooza. Oh. Did you guys know we have a YouTube channel?
We're on YouTube now.
We're on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, put in She Nerds Out. You'll find us. We have we have little promo videos every week. We pull videos from our Zoom time together. And you can also our whole full episodes are now up there. So if you don't have a way to stream, if you don't like listening to us in your ear holes, put us up on your computer, press play. You can listen to us. It's not video, but you can listen to the whole episode.
I was going to say, did you put the whole video up there?
No,
oh God,
hell no. Oh fuck, no. I wouldn't do that to you guys.
I wasn't wearing pants. Yeah,
did not give consent. But no, go check those out because some people don't do the Twitter, and so you wouldn't know. But yeah, we have fun little videos you can watch. You can listen to entire episodes on the YouTube. And then how else can people find us? If you wanted to enter this Herpapalooza contest, how would you do that?
The Twitter.
If you didn't know where to find us. There you go.
At Snot Podcast with 1D.
Or on Facebook and Instagram at She Nerds Out Podcast.
You can also send us an email to shenerdsout@gmail.com. You can go to our website, shenerdsout.com. You can buy us a beer like our mystery puzzle person.
It's a great nickname. It's really catchy.
Thank you. It's I very quickly came off of my, my brain thing. You can listen to old episodes. You can leave us a voicemail. We haven't had a voicemail in a minute. Let's have a voicemail maybe. But yeah, all things snop at shenerdsout.com.
Nice. Cool. All right. Was that it? Are we wrapped up? Because you know what? It's Super Bowl Puppy Bowl Day. Go Rams. Got to go watch. Got to get our game food on.
Go
game
Rams.
Drink on. Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Go sports.
All that sports, She.
Wah, wah, wah. You're good at it, Kat.
Thank you very much.
Out.
Oh, out.
She nerds out. We're girls that like nerdy things.